Milos Forman was born February 18, 1932, and was a Czech-American film director, screenwriter, actor, and professor who rose to fame in his native home Czechoslovakia. His debut as a film director began with the film The Loves of a Blonde, a story about a factory girl living with a jazz musician and his parents. The significance of this film was rooted in propelling the Czech New Wave in the 1960s. The Czech New Wave was the result of film students who began to rebel against the communist takeover of Czechoslovakia. After his first film, Forman quickly began work on his second one, The Fireman's Ball, a comedy tailored around firemen who throw a ball at a fire department set in a small Czech town. Weeks after its release, the film was censored and banned by the Czech Communist Party because of its satirical depiction of the government. Although the film was banned in its native country, it was recognized outside of Czechoslovakia and won Best Foreign Film, given by the Academy Awards. Later on, Forman visits Paris right after the release of Fireman's Ball, and the Soviets invade Czechoslovakia to get rid of the restrictions on media, speech, and travel during 1968. This caused Forman to leave his home country permanently and live in the States, specifically New York City. The following year, 1977, he became a naturalized citizen of the United States. Once there, he began his work on the film he is most well known for, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a story about a man rebelling against the oppressive staff of a mental hospital. March 29, 1976, during the 48th Academy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles, California, the film won in all 5 categories for Best Director, Best Lead Actor, Best Lead Actress, Best Screenplay, and Best Picture. The film was second out of 3 other films to win an Oscar. Following it was It Happened One Night, 1934, and the one preceding it, The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest marked the second film to win in all 5 major categories. Because of this success, he continued to create more films. One right after was a psychedelic counterculture musical titled Hair, which was previously performed in the theater, similar to another film he made called Amadeus, winning again, however, this time for Best Directing and Best Picture at the 57th Academy Awards. These 2 films, Amadeus and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, were unique in the sense that Forman used characters playing smaller roles, which became his trademark. Doing this gave many lesser-known actors their start, actors such as Christopher Lloyd, Vincent Schiavelli, and Danny DeVito. Forman's reasoning in using smaller role characters is,
I think that the small, parts, bit parts are as important as the main characters. In certain way, I am paying even more attention to casting the small bit parts because they have to be, once you see them, you will never forget them.
many scenes essentially relied on reaction shots to compensate for the high amounts of characters in one scene, which Forman later applied this approach to his future films. Milos Forman was very much responsible for the most iconic films in cinema history, and his unique perspective helped to bring the overall influence of the Czech New Wave to the future generation of filmmakers. As the curtains of a stage come to a close, the same is true for the greats. After a short illness, Forman died at Danbury Hospital near his home in Warren, Connecticut, on Friday, 13th April 2018 at the fine age of 86.